Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra. I am all about love and I just want to see you win. So I hope that you subscribe and stick around. In today's video, we are going to be talking credit. So I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that you need to do to increase your credit score in 2024. You still have half a year left. So you really need to sit down, reflect, and start implementing these tips that I'm going to share with you guys. So, the first one is you need to reduce your credit utilization. Credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. The rule of thumb is 30%, but ideally it's 10%. If you reduce your credit utilization from 10% or under, you will see a very large boost in your credit score. Say you can't afford to, make that big jump or leap from maybe you're like 90% utilization right now and you can't afford to pay it down to 10%, that's okay. You can do it in thresholds. You can, if you're at 90, work your way to 80, then go to 70 and keep going. If you need to cut your cards up, do that and work on reducing your credit utilization. The second one is know your statement date. Statement date is so important. If you don't know your statement date, you can look on your statement. It's going to say closing date or billing date, or you can easily call your credit issuer and they will tell you your statement date. Your statement date is the date that your credit card issuer reports this balance to the credit bureaus. So you want to make sure on this date, your statement date, that you're reporting 10% or under. This date is a few days after your due date. And if you don't know, you need to always make sure that on your due date, you're paying at least your minimum. I would say more than your minimum, but of course, your minimum to avoid a late payment fee or, to avoid this getting hit on your credit report in general for not paying your bills. Now, the next one is late payments. If you did not know, one late payment can drop your score up to 100 points. It can take up to a year, 12 months to make up for one missed payment. If you know that you're going to be late, you need to call your credit card issuer and work out some type of plan with them versus just not communicating and not saying nothing, and this getting hit on your credit report and affecting you very bad. Next one is credit mix. Credit mix is 10% of your credit score. A lot of times people are just solely so on, I need a credit card, I need a credit card. No, sometimes you can get denied for not having a good credit mix. You need to have like a loan, mortgage, a short term installment, a long-term installment such as a car note. You need to have a mix. It looks way better on your credit profile, and then the lenders know that they can trust you with different type of loan payment. The next one is length of credit history. If you don't know, that is 15% of your credit score. I do not recommend closing a account that you have for 10 plus years. The reason being is when you close that account, you lose all history tied to that account. So I don't recommend it. Now, say for whatever reason you don't need it, I would recommend you're setting like a subscription, so Netflix or Hulu or whatever the case. You have that one subscription, so you keeping this account open. That's what I recommend. One is collections. Please do not ignore collection notices. Once you get a collection notice in the mail, you need to respond as soon as possible, because if you do not, they will report this to the credit bureaus once it is 30 days and they have not heard from you. You need to handle this before it reports. I will say it again, because once it reports, the damage is done. I mean, granted, you can dispute, but you want to prevent all of this. So you're going to send them a debt validation letter. If they cannot, verify that this debt is yours, they're going to cease all communication. If they can verify this debt is yours, you want to work out some type of payment arrangement to avoid this hitting your report. Now, if it has already hit your report, you're going to dispute. I have talked about this in previous videos, but to me, collections is like the easiest thing you can dispute. So make sure that you dispute and you dispute the correct way. If you need help, if you need me to talk on this again, I will do an updated video on collection. Okay, so the last one for today is becoming an authorized user on somebody's credit card that you actually trust, is actually responsible, that pay their bills, that have a history, like a long history of good credit. If you don't know a family member that, is doing any of those things, I do not recommend becoming an authorized user on their credit card because that will hurt you. So those are the few tips that I have for you guys. I will do a part 2 and name more things that you can do to increase your credit score. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly. I will leave my email in the description box, and you can always book a free consultation with me. I will go over your credit report with you for free. Please take advantage of this. I really want to help as many people as I can this year. And stay tuned for the next video. It will not be a credit video. So I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Bye.